Kofi.
Senior.
Me see kotata de. O me boa.
Fachem so. Fachem.
Me to sen kam ni bedi bro nyame anfa ni.
And the bro nya no coin. And onya ta over bro.
Me see me bedi bro nya no me nya anfa ni. Outside that weekend be very.
Oh yeah, yeah, come on.
Yes,
very, very fine.
Yes, start with entity hono.
Yeah.
You have a cupboard no so na.
Okay.
What action no ho. But I mean, minimum so have a group no.
Yeah.
And scary ana.
Oh, Andrews, baby, scary.
Okay.
We've not got into panic time yet. Still here with the lead. Even at 4 p.m. Say Madagascar mo bomb game no. Na still almost share number with that 16 points like us.
They almost tied.
Higher tie, but then we are ahead of them
with goals.
No? See, so we are not in a bad place. And I would say to your destiny will and that's the most important thing. And your destiny will be from same there, then we'll be in a very difficult place. But we have the total control of what happens to Yang in the lead up to the qualification. You know, Rich BB Bonebiani. And I think we've gotten good news also from camp. And now PFAG for any former players, I'm about Black Stars team paying active and old. Ekoko cheer players, no more the encouragement that they need. The minister himself going there, and also Black Stars for Nankasano. You can see, say, coming back home feels like home to them. And yeah, boy, in a suboptimal condition, we at in Jamena, where we are playing now, a place where the conditions will be optimal. And you may, it's a good place where we play football. Yeah, Bobo on several times our honor. I don't see it's good. It's good. I don't think there is any cause for alarm just yet. Your Bomali game we are. That's where we have to reassess. Maybe I war as a club and as a country. Now for where we move on from there.
So if you say you're dying now, you press the panic button.
But yeah, that's where me end now.
Okay.
And me press the panic button by a damn end now. Just yet. So and when you do on us, see a die better. But right now, we don't have to press the panic button.
Okay. You're on course.
Yeah. Everything is going to be fine. Everything.
But say you may be share.
See a better
prediction deeper. Only Ayala.
But the last time. But the last time I made prediction, we should make a prediction. We have to play the game and win. We mistakes here against Mali, against Chad, and see a correct. See it's Miko tactical board. No say best solve our problems. See now. One after the other, but there are real things that him says it me solve. Be able to solve a mind opportunity to win the game against the Malians. No, it's not going to be an easy game. Sure. I mean, because Malians know an experienced team. A very physical. A coaching Storm Stanford. I don't know. Saint Fade. I don't name the African terrain. I mean, and now he even has a Gambian diplomatic passport because what's not crew for a very long time. He understands the African game, and now. All throughout the press conference, you can tell say he's trying to whip up the psychological part of the game. Say psychologically, Obeche say he is on top of things and control the game from a psychological point of view. Una I under pressure say show and what's about no see only any page sem obo Obeche until say class Ghana have not qualified. So literally trying to put you in a psychological place a bit more affected. If we are able to manage it psychologically. Definitely, it helps us in terms of getting the results on the day.
But Mali for as a more strong team bow, and a pandemic check it. Almost starts kakra. I think from 8 September.
Yeah, since the Tom take you over.
Tom take you over. No more lose game.
Yeah, I'm lose back.
And utie Mali for now. One, almost say in terms of a D.
Yeah.
Also, and also the didn't tell.
Yeah.
But Bona Casa on the turf, the winning botany.
Yeah, they come. I mean, I was born out. Oh yes, because I'm a powerhouse. West African side, they know how to play. Only Monchain, the Malians. Oh yes, and Americans say now. Can be say talking about Obi to say Nene, Douglas Nene. Or say Douglas Nene is a better street, is a real definition of a street footballer. And I remember I quoted Irianum Joy for Twitter. Americans now Tom or no him who a proper street footballer is. Who is a better street footballer than Mohamed Kudus or Malian team? Yeah, honestly, it's my but towns in Mali but he's not a better street footballer. Even having gone to Europe. Exactly, he's not a better street footballer than us. They are not better than us. At the end of the day, we can beat them. Once we do our things right, it is not a game that should give us problems. Any game has my problems, Rich.
Okay, insurance of 4.5. Collins Yabo said the leaders are not selling the 200 and 500 cities ticket. Some people around the stadium are selling them 300 and 700 cities instead of 200 cities and 500 cities. Yabe cross check me ninkai. So what team message now me can see na or say ticket na you nim say 200 cities and 500 cities no. Also costed you most see almost on 300 and 700 cities. Black market. I'm for to ticket next year.
But the NSA for a mom designated stanza.
Yeah. So now I say ticket na why then? No, all proud the account you know. Gana kra. Yes, some mom yes and munyasa. Yepamcho. Yes, some pa, yes, some. Yepamcho. Yempese ebedru point bia ebe na man for kra say yenya ticket in 20 no. Yeah, to be game because this is a game here supporters no. Yeah. We need to create intimidating atmosphere at the Accra Sports Stadium because Malians no monye I bayra bro wa dwono simple kra. So tiesamo mo ma to ticket na mo dibia to ne pamchao esamo mun jai ticket nim mun ton se de dia ma mo sa mun ton ana na obia intimi enko stadium enko share the Black Stars of Ghana and the Mali game no our the Accra Sports Stadium. Bismarck Osuben Ayala me say on so one ready over to you Joe Tete Kofi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now what to say?
I'm go pardon, be fine.
What be? And I mean mumina. Me say on check here no me say me e na me nya you are there. I tell for a new studio nti
Onya challenges or
now there me okay ma. Maton kakama pa.
Oh nice.
Maton kakama. Good morning. But now what to say?
Nyame adom be fine.
E dey nyame ase. I hope say that weekends you know. Bibia kama.
Yeah, I think that Bibia kama. And some boni bi any ho.
Okay.
Na Blasters in some na wo ne. Martin, a lot of commentaries. Ghana for because sometimes ABB.
Then what?
Rich. A ban signer. Yebo World Cup qualifiers. In a group I start saying the pe. Na Blasters and a leading group no. Na Blasters ako Bamako ako Mali. E woni fie. Na still Ghana for di nkomo and want to create the impression say yeah be bo England.
Ebi adom hu against Chad no.
Rich. Yeah, boy, Chad game ni in Mpono. See a group one that first.
Ghana.
Team na ene de baba boy ene no. Ye ne mbo no fie.
E ko share no.
So I think that chin for Ghana need to be negative. And also we catch we say Mali team ni better than Ghana. Me where that analysis is coming from. Mali, what have they done in football that Ghana ain't be that? What have Mali achieved? Yeah, group you know. People were mentioning names. More players, more way. We went to Bamako and beat them.
Nhyira fan.
Me mum dey me surprise. Sana Ghana ni tie. Ghana ni say obi ofri amano ni gina ho. Na ni nya gina ho a obi ye hwehwe ni mu aya amano ni papa eja ni nya no. That is how we are. Sana tie. You have a lot of fake love towards abontin so for and a very, very negative attitude towards our own. Because we say, can you say, much way about you, your Kasaya must be positive towards the Black Stars. Say, look, Makwa Kwaya Obama Kumpo, and Tia Tamachi, Munyawang and Kaimaye. Rather than that fear and trying to paint them as if say they are inferior to Mali. Some Mali are heading. What have they done? Who they catch a visual in fear? What has Mali done in football? I am beyond Ghana. What have they done?
Obi Suba catch us say. With your work in Hano. Chat.
Rich, and they are much harder now.
No, we are playing Mali.
So, where from the time competition?
I'm out for disappointment, no. I am from the child game, and I will more.
Rich, Mali game. Mali, I come once a me. Omako child. Omunyankoi.
Yeah.
The concentration is on Mali. Yenim Mali now but the same number of matches. Who should group anymore? You lead you how many points?
Mali was 12, now 16, so 4.
Obi Aye was 16 points or 12 points. Also, you are better than us. Saying, what kind of logic is that? Obi Onunu Tirifi, Yaya Bahaba the channel. Also, you are better than us. What sort of logic is that? That typical attitude of Ghanaian, you don't wear me here. Where we always want to look down on our own and praise Obi Aye. I am saying, say, the positive attitude of Ghanaians must reflect in the discussion. Any Jina Kunu against a Mali team, Yako send one way. A win our crack will boost the morale of the team. And I bet you say the dynamics concerning your World Cup qualifiers, you know, you are too much. So the discussion should be positive. Okay. You say a player slim cry and say, look, this is a team you've beaten before. You've beaten at their own backyard. Stand up and be counted for. Beat them again. Where from this inferiority complex of Malia, watch the Mali team. Where do they play? League A. Now League A, when you want to give your message. And then also say go ni 3 yellow casa. And you want to and you want to Salis Abu Samed Mumbo. So Omubo league them. League Papa Ben.
That's how you grow that so.
Yes.
Monaco.
Yes. And what do they have that we don't have?
Okay, my infant started at a press conference.
Oh. From Rich, they are bringing in players from Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Players from Lens, Brestois, players from Leicester Sofia. Omu goalkeeper no. Say the goalkeeper or that local league more Ghana no. Their goalkeeper Diara is a goalkeeper for young African. Odama Yanga. On that one on Libya, Africa here, Tanzania league more. They don't even have used Bissouma. Say Bissouma or Omua, and I see only could be the same team. They don't even have him. Look, that attitude of Ghanaians always
negative.
Yeah, overly critical of our own. You be a one bem, you be a one bonfire. We are too negative as people. And your negativity and yet towards amongful to ourselves, which is so no good. I reach said ne wunye people blasters. Now also tune in to listen to radio and get nevim a few are. And no more blow back to Christ. I say he's not good. He's not good enough to represent us. On TV person grind. Must that be the narrative? Look, I am no credit. So we have standings in this year. And now Comoros kwa away. Echo share Central African Republic no. Amomo a certain boost to be our table no so. Before you ever you mess up no. Rich. Team and friend of Madagascar will play against Chad. and it is very very likely say the group stage in the matches na yabo so far no Chad kwa we omunya in fact Chad and you many Ghana kwa na boy and ka 1 point komunya so let's say Madagascar will beat them
I don't know about 16 points
and my any Mali game no and a must win for us if we want to continue to have a comfortable league now group nimuna that is the fact. And then whatever it takes for us to win, we must do it to win. And Rich, so if that is the situation in Womudia, then we must be positive towards your country. No say, look, your chance in your normal corner, your answer was yes. See, your answer was yes, dear. Any players in the team, they must be focused and get the job done. And do analysis now, but Rich. That narrative of Mali yadie, omo yadie chiye, omo players papa chiye, omo good coach, omo away and omo away, looking down on our own. When in logic terms, they have not done anything. Omo Mali yadie chiye Ghana. You guys are common into war. You share blasters new and say today they can do home and away against Mali, and if they are able to do that, and my a very very good platform for us to go on and qualify. Which your game where we are. I got 2 games in October. Yeah, 2 games in October. Yeah, Central African Republic. We have been here against Comoros with fear. Before we go to October, we will want to play this game and get the 3 maximum points. Now, even my comfortable lead going into October, last 2 games, then we know say we are very much closer to qualifying for the World Cup. That is the conversation today.
Okay.
And see, everybody.
All right. Everybody say Frank say thank you, Ayala. Great submission. Okay. And Frank the I know leading into press conference a bus ahead of the game. You know. Yeah, started from Mali. Camp. Now, coach. Tom Sinfeld. On the team no, and so be PM. Ghana. First of all, Yentino on Ghana in team no. I say. Time or 2 no it is say Ghana AFCON qualifies Yakobo na Ghana ntimi an qualify mo kwakobo AFCON bi no sinya mien gwani a shocking pa ba ni ndem no also the ogide say Ghana a back quality I mean your players so wait with their match team bia.
I think this is an amazing team. For more than 15 years, 17, 18 years, Ghana developed to one of the top teams in African football. In the 80s and 90s, we had Cameroons and Algeria. Nigeria came in the 90s up, and Ghana was the team really, maybe together with Ivory Coast in the beginning of 2000. And actually the World Cup 2010 made them a real powerhouse, not only in Africa, but in world football. And I think since that moment, Ghana always developed good players playing in top level teams, and this team, if you look to the quality selected by the current coach, Mr. Ado, is really a top team. Players on the highest level in Europe, all top fit, still a lot of players not selected, mostly offensive, so much quality. You can say we focus on one, but then you miss 2 or 3 others who can score goals. Young players, but also one very experienced striker, maybe 2 very experienced strikers on high level. So it will be a very tough task. I have huge respect for the Ghanaian team. I believe really that they have everything, and it's shocking that they don't play AFCON, because a country like Ghana must become African champion in the near future with all this quality. But they are the big favorite tomorrow, and also the big favorite to go to the World Cup. It's up to us to do everything to stop them and to surprise them tomorrow and take the 3 points.
Okay, and I know your Mali coach out of Ghana, and you may game because of their Accra Sports Stadium, you know. I know the sound coming at the 2 I'll say, I mean, already African air football now. Ghana, the powerhouse in Bonabo, or from the 70s to the 80s. I mean, so at the best teams, our Africa, the young team in Ghana, and so and from also here, or to other crown, a call up our or the airball qualifiers now. I mean, also players in the bomb or more clubs out of Europe now. I know at yours Ghana, our quality. A team, or say, respect or what I did my Ghana team, I was so panda, oh, baby, no. Oh, we are some crown, and now I'll say, on us, about shocking Ghana. Now, oh, be under the sleeps, oh, Nhyira be as now, Parker doesn't know, but only she, Sadia now, dear, say, our any sleeps, and so I say, dear, do am say nyame adom e dey game no enso ebetimi abaso na owie na ose ayane pa du maybe na nka Ghana adwuma no opese nka obaji ye nenso empedifo no amfa amano.
But as a coach, I was looking forward to a new step. And around AFCON, there were 2 countries very interested in me, and that one of them was Cameroon, and the other one was Ghana. And I spoke around 4 hours, I think, in total with the Ghana Federation, with Kurt and Mark, the president and vice president. And I had a really good feeling, and I had a feeling also that they had a good feeling. But on the end, they decided for another coach, and that's football. I had to move on. At that time, there was no top team in Africa available. I chose to go to Asia for an interesting offer, but working there, I missed my continent, my African continent.
Okay, until you tell coach, you know, yes, Ghana, you know, Peppa, if I don't hear before, no. Edim koma asabe o se Ghana adwuma no ene Cameroon adwuma no nana opeba ni nyina mu no wanya na ode koya later Mali adwuma no enso ebeto ne na so no so akwaje adwuma no eye na utie coach na it looks like as a Ghana adwuma na mpanifo na mfa ama no no ya odie kakra bi wom ofisi sa age we dey say ode paniche
on the dia say ebu ehun abonfia na yem ya no
opegana adwuma na
eh
Barcelona no opegana adwuma no
oba ye na ye in the press conference no no ye na malifo betie o ba otie ya ka say eh na ya say we anya Ghana adwuma na nga wo ye Mali adwuma na say Mali ye good team in Ghana Mali is some much in Ghana and go be o ye Mali adwuma ko ba be so atre say
Ayala imagine so a Ghana coach
and
a press conference
and Mali maybe I'm Mali yes
come on
just to tell you how people see Ghana but we Ghana nesa we Ghana nesa and conform what bontin ehu Ghana in a very very good light but kasa ya honumpo we team nesa which minimum of they will kill to get the Ghana job. Because they believe there is quality of Ghana. They believe to enrich their city, they can use Ghana to do it. Roy is an example. Roy, or example. Saudi Arabia coach, how do they Look, every top coach, what they did in Africa, look, Ghana gives you the platform. Okay, why do you think that even from Ghana, after working at Chelsea, decided to come and work with Ghana? Which we have a very, very good self-pride. What was our pride, you know? Near function you won't to do more. Rather than it's a negative attitude now you walk and the man because yes, even others will tell us who we are than ourselves. Sabbath here. Because the Tom A which all my young boy say we are too precious than the sunny empire you Ghana blast
like
you see he has to draw a certain motivation.
Okay.
He has to draw it. Into a unknown personal approach. Say, some man comfort said, "Manami pa." Any farmer here. It means a commitment to take a certain piece out of Omo for them to recognize me probably proper. So that in future, maybe they will consider me for the job.
Okay.
It is unknown business.
All right.
It is unknown business. But Rich, that same challenge, you know, unknown to Amano. I was here the opposite side to your national team for no. There is a coach who dog and gave you the job. We chose you over him. And see, my name is Sao Amobin Kase, he is better than you. I didn't say that Manamao.
I agree with you.
And to also take your inspiration from the apostle. So all true challenge the man say, Ned man a Nidian farmer no, and to about the train say, Ned money and Nidia. Why are the amount? Also say, you are better than him and not the Edman amount. I'm going in from Rich.
10:57 insurance of 4.5. Afe Yenna Yenny game Nankasa, uncommon Afe, Yemi lines in a T4, and some remedies and Comono and so Ebi. But before